So a few months ago, this customer reaches out to me and she's like, what's the fastest that you can get your tables out to me in France? And I'd worked with this customer before a few times, but it'd always been a UK delivery. And she needed 2 tables. And I told her, okay, I can do it in 48 hours if you pick something that I already have on hand. And she picked these 2 tables. Now, these tables, they were some of the first tables that I'd ever made. So the standard and the quality just wasn't in line with what my shop was able to produce at that time. So I told her, look, and I was very transparent with her about this. I told her, this is what they look like now. Let me clean them up for you. I can post them out. I'll take a few hours to clean them up. I'll post them out tomorrow morning. And then you'll get them in 48 hours. And that's exactly what I did. She was fine with it. She placed the order immediately. And so I got started with cleaning up the 2 tables. I spent like 6 hours just basically regrafted both tables, packed them up really well in like this it's like this eco hive thing. It's kind of like bubble wrap, but it's like more eco-friendly. And I wrapped them up from all sides, both tables, and padded them, put them in padded packaging, took them to the post office, sent them out, and then, forgot about the whole thing. 2 days later, she messages me with these pictures and she's like, what is going on here? She's very frustrated. She's like, this isn't what I paid for. Am I supposed to assemble them myself? What's going on? Because she basically ordered custom furniture, but what she got was like IKEA style. And so we went back and forth a little bit, trying to understand like what the hell happened. And we basically came to the conclusion that the customs officers had opened the package and basically broke both my tables. And the way we came to this conclusion is that, so I know my tables, I know where the weak points are and where they're going to break usually. And it's usually like the corner or the edge, like something will chip, the tiles will break. And it doesn't matter, by the way, that I have like the fragile stickers, the this way up sticker. It doesn't fucking matter. Like they'll just kick it around. This whole thing. This was the first time seeing a table that had broken like this. It wasn't even hanging on by a thread. It was just like completely destroyed. And it looked to be intentional. I'm sorry, but that's what it looked like. And so we basically came to the conclusion that maybe they thought there were drugs in there or something. And that's why they felt like they had to break them. But it was a 5-sided table. Like it was empty on the bottom. They could have just flipped it over, looked inside, and they would have seen that it's nothing but like MDF, tiles, grout. That's it. And I was like, and the more I think about this, the more that I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt, because it's like, to break the table, like I'm going to show you what the bottom looks like. I'm going to put a picture up here or something. To break the table, you have to know that it was hollow inside. Like you have to flip it over and basically like take away this joint that was weak at the time. And so they couldn't have broken it without knowing that it was hollow and that it had an open bottom. So I don't really understand what happened there. But basically I decided that the relationship with the customer was more important than going back and forth and trying to wait until I got my money back from UPS or whatever. So I refunded her basically the full cost of both tables. So I lost like 6 hours of effort. I lost the amount of money that the materials cost. Because I didn't ask her to send them back or anything, because I don't think it's fair to ask someone to pay money to send you back a product that you sent that was broken. Like I don't think a customer will be happy with that. And that was the end of it. And it honestly made me rethink, like, do I even want to ship internationally? Because up until this point, I've been thinking like, okay, how do I protect my tables from getting damaged accidentally? So I'm padding the edges, padding the sides, like reinforcing these weak points basically, and even like redesigning the way that I build tables to make sure that I don't have as many weak joints. And then a couple months later, the same customer ended up ordering 10 tables from me. So obviously in the long term, I made the right decision. Like I preserved the customer relationship over the money from the order. But it was still just a really frustrating experience. Honestly, now whenever I get an order that's like an international order, I'm extra stressed because I have to spend so much more effort packing it up. And I don't have the option of like delivering it myself or hiring like a man with a van to deliver it. And it's a bit scary, but I'm happy with the decision I made at the end of the day.